All right, people, we are gearing up. Going live, couple seconds. Get ready, Monday Night Drawing Claw coming at you. Here we go. It's always exciting when you hit that minute countdown. And early cheers. Doing some iced coffee again, because I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Ten seconds. Let's go. Got a lot of stuff going on. 3, 2, 1. And we are live, aka Patters. We already got Skull Diamond in the house. So Skull Diamond, check this out. Ready? You ready for some stencil hotness? Check out that stencil, dude. We got it, dude. So we're doing a lot of cool stuff tonight. So let's do this. And Skull Diamond, thank you so much for staying on top of that TBF. Here's the cool thing. I've been debating doing a couple trading cards for Trial by Fire. All of the pinup artwork that you guys are doing for me might go within the book and in the trading cards as well. Okay? So we got a lot going on, but we got things on this table. Okay? Tonight, we're going to be working on this guy. Okay? This guy... It's from a book. Look, it's all right there. Insta Skull Diamond 94. Heavy Saga. Okay, I've been following the development of this book for, I want to say maybe a year. And it's super exciting. It's wrapping up. And I harangued the hell out of Skull Diamond 94. And I said, let me do a pinup. And that's what we're going to be working on tonight. But before we get there... let me just kind of bring some of you up to date on exactly like what's on my drawing table, because hey, Skull Diamond, you know what's cool? What you're doing is cool, dude. Like, honest to God. Very grateful for all your support too. So this is a little bit of my process. Okay, I work full size. I work with traditional materials. I use a light board or light box. And this is more artwork. This is from one of my upcoming pin sets. And, like, I'm going to promote and talk about these a little bit more. But it's Prisoners of the Cosmic Crystal. And, like, you guys can see, all right? Very loose sketch. And then I hit, like the nicer... right, the nicer, finer paper here, and I ink it up. So we'll be doing something very similar for Heavy Saga. Okay. One of these other, so we just got, like, I got a lot of blanks. So at the bottom left, okay, I don't know what I was doing at the time. I got kind of into this project called Dark Hero. And these are my layouts for that, okay? And these layouts, if you guys follow any of my feeds, you've been seeing a lot of the work on this, okay? The Dark Hero layouts are becoming full size, okay? So we don't have any here because I'm disorganized. But we have some, like, Dark Hero artwork here, okay? These are upcoming promo, upcoming trading card pieces. Here we go. We do have a Dark Hero page. The big idea for Dark Hero is it's not just superhero deconstruction, even though, like, that's a little bit how Chris Hicks, our writer creator, is how he speaks of it. But yeah, I'm showing off the process because it's important. Okay. So there's a lot to talk about with this book, but it's not superhero deconstruction. I don't know exactly how to classify this work. And that's literally what gives me a boner. Makes my dick hard. We have this is one of my covers, okay, for a upcoming PDF that you can download from my site. One of my goals for this year was to fill my website, akapad.com, up with endless free things. And this is one of the covers. There's a little bit more artwork to do for this. But this is, oh my God, this is something cool. But so be on the lookout for that. Now, this shouldn't be here, but maybe like, well, I guess you know what, it doesn't matter. A WWE wrestler, him and we've been talking. I have ideas for a superhero universe for him. So, crowdfunding, we're hoping to work it all out. And then this is just a big jack dude from the 90s. This is another book I've been following. Well, we'll do a little bit more with this too, but I'm in the process of coloring this piece. This is my Mermaid sketchbook from 2020. Okay. This sketchbook is literally the bane of my existence because I'm doing almost like 4 pages per theme, per prompt, and really forcing myself out of every single comfort zone I've had with drawing women. Okay. And that's one of the reasons why I keep working on this, but I'm kind of almost done. So we got that to talk about. And here we have Wildstorm Wednesday. Okay. This week we'll be doing Grifter and Grifter crossovers. And this is right when, if any of us keep track of Wildstorm, this is right when Wildstorm choked. And 95, 96 kind of started to lose the mojo. And, we have a pending DC sale. A corporate, independent company becomes corporate and goes fully corporate. But these are important because Grifter is probably, of all the Image guys outside Pitt in the early days, Grifter is, in my opinion, the most prolific of the 90s Image characters to receive this level of crossover. This is also his original one-shot that bleeds off into a monthly series, and I don't know. It's a pretty damn good monthly series. Volumes 1 and 2. I wish it stayed as volume 1. But yeah, I'm a purist like that. And then we have this. We have this. Do we know what this is? Do you guys want to open it with me? I guess I feel like I'm going to open it. Okay. Here we go. So I'm debating on doing a box break of this sometime tonight, maybe sometime tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, you cannot get any more significant when it comes to a single effort than this. I kind of would say these trading cards is more of a artistic triumph for Jim Lee, and this is all for Wildstorm Wednesday. But I would say these cards are more of a triumph for Jim Lee than his X-Men work. Because the consistency next to Joe Jusko and the Marvel Masterpieces that came out 2 years after this, it's tough, everyone. It really is. And this is a tough feat. I think Joe Jusko also did a Tarzan trading card set, or he did he did something with Tarzan that it ranks with this, but the Joe Jusko 94 Marvel Masterpieces, greatest trading card set of all time. This is a number 2. This is the second greatest trading card set of all time. So here we go. Hell yeah. Skull Diamond, thanks for joining us. So I don't know. Keep it freshy fresh, or are we going to crack this open? So let me know. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to see. Of course, we would be looking for the Jim Lee autograph cards. Oh, yeah. And then we have Turtle Soup Thursdays. So Turtle Soup Thursdays is where we get blank pizza. Like, I eat the pizza. Blank pizza cardboard circles. And we draw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arnold. Pizza Face, Krang over here, Scumbug, Raphael wearing Casey Jones's mask. That is from the Image Comics series. Muckman, Slash. Okay. This week we're doing Mutagen Man, and I'm also I've been itching to roll in the Toxic Crusaders into this series. So we got those, and now it's showtime, right? Let's draw some heavy saga. Let's start with our sketch, and then we will hit the light box. So look, every time I sit down to do these, I want to just sit down for hours. I really do. Now, sometimes I get work phone calls. Sometimes I get 95 emails. Sometimes other things happen. Sometimes my mother calls me on my Alexa device. So, and we also have the Sixers playing tonight. Anyone that's out there that want to update me on the Sixers score, please do so. And the beverage for this evening, ready? Black Cherry, White Claw, Tall Boy. We got the sweet 20 ounce over here. We're gonna be drinking that. I'm on like a 2-week plus drinking binge. I've been drinking pretty heavily for almost like 2 weeks now, minus 1 day. So I really haven't had any break. I just came back from Tampa Bay. It's a lot of things. So let's get Heavy Saga ready to go. I'm going to keep this like right over here, okay? Just in case if I get any notifications on my fizzy phone. But yeah, all of you, thank you so much for joining me. So, like, part of this belt magnet that will attach Sword Scarab. So he does have a sword, which is awesome. So what we'll do is, I don't know, like, I kind of just want to do a basic pose. I really do. So anyone that I do, and we're just going to call this a pin-up. Anyone that I do artwork for, they are open to receive that artwork also. I kind of don't promote that because it just creates a lot of work for me to mail it out. However, if I get reminded and get some assistance on mailing it, well, Yeah, you can get yourself a Peter A. DeLuca original. So I kind of no, we don't want that. We don't want that, right? We don't want this. We want no, we don't want that. I'm already kind of really debating on what, like, like I do want the focal to be here. Let me aside of me. No, we don't want that. Aside of me, just like there's a piece of me that just really wants to keep this like kind of basic, but fuck, man. Like I cannot not make this like intense. People, I don't have that in my blood. I don't. But I kind of want him on maybe like on top of something, like a pile of bodies or like something cool. And that's always my intent. Whenever, yeah. I mean, like, come on. I mean, when you got guys that are on your side like Skull Diamond, how do you not do everything you can to help them? And that what we're doing tonight. This is this is a lesson to a lot of creators out there. Because if you don't take care of your people, you're done. And eventually it's going to get to the point where it doesn't matter what you did in the past. But if you don't take care of your people, you're not going to survive. You're not going to survive in the world of social media and e-commerce, where we all know that's not going to go away, right? So Skull Diamond is really, um, you know, this dude, in a weird way, means a fucking lot to me. So this is me saying thank you, paying him back. Now, I don't know if this guy has a unique looking sword. I'm going to guess he does, just based on what I've seen of this book. See, and like I will always say it. Guys like Todd McFarlane, like I know, like Jim Lee does some good stuff with his streams. But even like Rob Liefeld, Wells Portacio, Eric Larson, especially Larson, with how productive he is. Um, I just feel like they've somewhat betrayed these people that have literally created their careers, um, and not given back by doing live streams. I mean, it's just insane. And those people have capital. They could have been live streaming way ahead of everyone. Like, and I do kind of, uh, there's a level of bitterness that I have for creators that I grew up with that are kind of just sitting by in the age of social media, not giving back, not protecting their own, like relatively watching the industry burn. And I don't know, it's really hard for me to think that they're like almost like worthy. And I'll say it again. Look, I'm a Jim Lee guy. I grew up as a McFarlane guy. I would say my early like drawing comics for real years, I was all Rob Liefeld, and into adulthood, yeah, I became a little bit more of a Jim Lee guy, and it's hard. Like I don't want to discuss or do anything with Jim Lee from the modern day. Like like I kind of just wanted to talk about Jim Lee when he was almost like, I don't know, like like where you couldn't blame anything on him, but now you can. And dude, it gets to the point where it's just like never meet your heroes. Like, do not meet your heroes. So this dude, you know what? I think Skull Diamond. If you're out there, tell us this guy's name. I don't want to go through some of our messages. He does have his sword, but later he has a hammer-like weapon. Skull Diamond. Let me know what we're going to put on this guy then, because I kind of want him to maybe have like something here, or we can draw him with the hammer and the sword, because like we can just draw anything we freaking want. Dude, quick side note, it was supposed to rain. It was supposed to come down earlier today. And the right now, like the only times I talk to Alexa and ask her what the weather is the days I kind of know I'm gonna be doing like a good amount of walking around Philly. So today she told me it was going to rain, and so I did make sure all my errands were done by like maybe like 1 o'clock ish, and so like the rain that never came, and right before I sat down with all of you, it freaking came down, and I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it is still going. Dude, these spheres on him, these like circles or discs, they're really freaking cool, dude. Really freaking cool. Right. So this dude, Iron Maid. Yeah, Iron Maiden, of course. Yeah, dude, Skull Diamond, like you and I, like we're pretty congruent when it comes to being metalheads. Uh I've had the pleasure to see Iron Maiden uh one time. Book of Lost Souls tour. And I mean, they played every single song I wanted them to play outside of Blood Brothers. I think Blood Brothers is off of X Factor, but Blood Brothers is like Fane Boy. That's my favorite Iron Maiden song, but I mean, you can't beat Run for the Hills though. Like that's just there. Like Run for the Hills has got to be their masterpiece, right? I mean, but holy crap! And I have the biography of who's it? I'm fumbling names here. Bruce Dickinson. Got his bio here somewhere. There's also a pretty cool book I wanted to show you, dude. And I can't locate it right now. I live in a series like everything behind me in my spiral staircase looks like this. It's all just like stacks of books. Because I that's literally a obsessive hobby of mine, is absorbing new books, finding new things I don't know about, and just going crazy. Yeah, but this just looks at it. this just looks like this book looks incredible. It really does, dude. Yeah, dude, like how, dude, and you know what too? I don't know what happened to it. I had the I don't know who published it. Might have been IDW. Someone put out an Iron Maiden comic not too long ago, and I bought it on my way out of the concert. Read it, wanted to do a video on it, and I completely lost it. I don't know, like I might have lent it or given it away to someone. Relatively speaking, it wasn't that good though. I'm just looking. Look, well, we have this. Hold up. Here we go. Well, we got one of them right here. Boom. So we got that. Let me see. And hold up here, dude. Let Here we go. I found it. So this is the book that completely blew me away, and this is why I buy as many books as I buy. So, Defenders of the Faith, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned this to you before. I say this time and time again. Okay, if you're relying on comic books only to draw comics, you're robbing yourself. You need to help. You need to buy cookbooks, any type of book other than a comic book, and that's what fills your head. So when you're down, like when you're sitting down and you have a high level of focus, you almost need like a swamp to pull things out of. So these are always the books that I'm on the lookout for. Okay, this book completely blew me away. Okay, because it is nothing but documentation of battle vests, and some of these logos, and just the level of work that some of these people have put into their battle vests. I mean, look at it. Look at this one. Holy, like, jeez. And it's so cool that there's like this like love that metalheads have with the Union Jack. And this, like, I would say this to a large degree, like modern day wise, okay? Like modern day, last few years, one of the most influential books that I picked up, okay? And I go through this so much. And I kind of want to do a lookbook, which would be like my Tuesday show on this, where I try and kind of do a little bit of insight on two things. There's two really cool things to learn from this, okay? Layout. Because everyone kind of has the same template. So you do have effective layouts. It's good to know why some work and why some don't. And logo design. But, dude, I effing love this book. I really do. So, like, come at me, bro. Like, let's do this. Oh, wait, do you? The Art of Metal books? I need that. There's also a Yeah. I mean, like it's dude. I know there's an Iron Maiden art book, right? That's available through the dude's website. But like that's something I really should have as well. Because Eddie is, I mean, I would say next to the the Kiss makeup, right? Like Eddie is the greatest image to come up through music, like not just heavy metal music. And I would say Kiss, the Kiss makeup is a clear number two. And if you don't like that, well, I don't know. I got two words for you. But I remember as a kid, one of my very first music like purchases, like so the first album I ever bought was Poison's "Open Up and Say Ah." The first cassette I ever bought was "Life and Death." It was like a 2 disc like wad. It was live, Life and Death live, and when I was younger, I bought that on the sheer. I bought both of those on the sheer strength of the album art. Yeah, I mean, you got to fill your head with stuff. But dude, like even like Skull Diamond, like honestly speaking, dude, when you first when I first saw like what the name of this book was, dude, I got so like here's when you know you're onto something. Dude, I got legit like jealous that like because I love the title so much. Like I got jealous. And that's when like no again too like no I say this to a few of you out there that I'm doing everything I can to kind of get you guys going like on every possible level, like resource wise and this and that. But this is $1 million franchise. It really is. Yeah. If you want me to come in, do a book's worth of layouts for you, like let me know. My layouts are pretty tight. Yes. Yeah, I mean it's hard not to. It's just so freaking I don't know, man. It's just so freaking cool. Yeah, and like I'll say this. I'll say like let's go back there. I'll say Planet Metal is like comparing the two and which one's like better and which one's not. Because that's hard to do sometimes, or I would say all the time. Uh, Planet Metal just comes off as a little bit less impactful, and I don't think it fire it like it's almost like the difference between like the word planet and saga. Like if we called like if you call this book like Blood Planet, right? Like you're kind of like, oh okay, like that's kind of cool. But if you call it Blood Saga, dude, like it's saga is such it's such a cool freaking word. And I want this dude to be like he's almost like I guess like a metal Skywalker, right? But I want him to be like really kind of like stoic in this. See, I may have to play with the head a little because I think the head's a little bit too small. But he will have to some degree what I would call like anime like hair, and he'll be war torn in this. Yeah, I mean, yeah, right. But I kind of like that he like the way how he looks here. Like he really does kind of, and that's that's really cool. That's just awesome. But like we'll make him like skinny. We'll make him. You know what this kind of reminds me of? Did you ever see? I think it's called Star Chaser, The Legend of Orion. I think it's called Star Chaser. It might have been like Star Chasers, like a '70s. Might have been Canadian animated movie, and like the look of this guy kind of reminds me of that also. Yeah, and I told you before, dude. So there's another piece that I started the same fashion, and I couldn't. I wanted to show that to you tonight also, but I couldn't. I couldn't dig it up. So, but like I may. Like I may just say the hell with it and finish that too. So because sometimes like I get locked into like I'll say like almost like a style, and it's really hard for me to detach from it. It's like it's almost like I go into like another like mental space. So doing back to backs of these in a similar style, like is actually kind of helpful for me sometimes. So what I'm doing here, I'm just applying shadow to model the head. Not saying that there's going to be shadow at all when I work, when I transfer this. I'm just doing it to mark areas. Yeah, right. Yeah, and like like that's when I forget. It's that movie's that movie. It's got like that purple guy with like, and they're like miners, right? The plot of that movie. Every few years, I have to rewatch it because I remember a little bit more and more. But I always kind of like forget the plot. I know it has like a blind guy and they're miners. They're like underneath this like world, and he digs up like a sword, like a almost like a Masters of the Universe sword that like I think it like combines or something. That's just like the again to it. Like that is when people want to talk about like capitalism and like commerce and stuff, like that's the only way that movie exists is people wanting to make a buck. Yeah, and it's so freaking wild. It just makes it good. So he's going to be like bloody, tethered, like that sort of thing. Yeah, I'm definitely going to make him war torn. I do kind of like some of these heavy shadows all of a sudden. Yeah, and dude, thanks for even joining me. No joke. When I texted you, I was going to be working on Heavy Saga tonight. That is when it popped into my head, and I rushed to do like the stencil and just to kind of get like a little bit of a image like for this. Otherwise, I would have like promoted it a little bit more through my channels. Is there? I kind of like. I guess maybe we should just go through somewhat. I should hit your feed real quick to kind of see what we have to cook with here when it comes to imagery. Because like we got this, we got like two possible. uh I still, you know what? Too, I still owe you that ink page. I forgot. Holy, I'm sorry, dude. I kind of forgot about that. That's behind me though. That is in one of my piles. This is cool too. I think we spoke about this. The Kyle Holtz emergency alert right there. Um, Kyle Holtz, man, like where where did I put him? He Kyle drew these two covers for Grifter Mask. I mean, is that not the greatest Grifter you've ever seen? Like, look at this. This dude is a freaking weapon. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But that's awesome. I'm pretty sure we spoke about that. But yeah, I wanted to see. Here we go. So everyone, like, here's the book in progress. Yeah. Okay. I kind of wanted maybe do like a structure back here. And I just had to get a glimpse of what some of the other stuff looked like, so I can kind of ape it, mimic it. Well, emergencies. Yeah. So, and a lot of the idea too is we're going to kind of bleed the line work into the horizon. So it's going to get a little looser down here. I kind of want to. I kind of wanted to do something in the background here, but I love doing effects, like inking effects with backgrounds. So we may just keep it right. Get some passion in this. I do. Sorry, no offense, but you will be Heavy Saga will be on one of these that has the dented misprint. And look, just so you guys look, just to prove my process, look what's on here. It's the Dark Hero page that I was just working on, or wrapping up, I'll say. So in all, if I'm working, without distractions and kind of have a little bit of a clear vision of what I'm working on, a lot of this stuff is about 2 hours, and that's a question I get a lot. It's about 2 hours. Some of these can go between 4 to 6 hours. Some of them even more. Some of them way more if I'm having trouble figuring out like what the solutions are. And yeah, I'm sorry, but I will draw and redraw something. Uh, I'll say maybe like 3 times now. Like I already went through a Dark Hero page three effing times. All right, and then let's get some blue going. Blue's just the same as no lights, so but it kind of shows up on camera a little bit better. Okay, so clearly I'm not going to jump to the inks for this when I'm done. So we'll see. Maybe I'll jump on something else to work on. So I'm working on smooth paper. Now I grew up with, like it's Strathmore, of course, like Strathmore Bristol, but I kind of grew up on the vellum finished, and it wasn't until I kind of had to be quicker with my inks that I moved to smooth because I still wanted to. Everything we do is with Crow Quill, and with the Crow Quill, with the dip pens, it's really a big difference speed wise between tooth and no tooth. So I just said like why not? So some of the modeling for his face here too. I'm still not. He's almost like too angular. He's not young enough looking. But I did I said it before. I want this to kind of be a little bit stoic. And the reason for that is, well, we're all storytellers here. Like, but I really do want to tell the story of, he's a hero in waiting. He's a hero going through the hero's journey. Like the Joseph Campbell at his finest would probably admire this everything about this book here. So I don't want to draw him kind of like triumphant. I don't think that works. But when you illustrate, like you kind of always build up your own story anyway. It just helps to make it better, make the illustration look. Like you add that weird piece of believability to it, and it's like a story that you have in your head that no one else really knows. I think that's what makes it like almost like mystical. Illustrators are the greatest storytellers in the freaking world. Hey, dude, thank you. Yeah, and keep in mind, this is also going to be a time lapse and all that fun stuff. The Heavy Saga stuff will be there. Like like it's going to go on all platforms. It's going to be seen by a lot of people. Yeah, but you know what? When people tell you that, and this is really like, and I do encounter it a lot, like more so than I even want to like mentally record. So yeah, dude, like my DMs. I'm always in the process of talking to more than one, like publisher, writer. Like some, no joke, like some of these are books, titles, publishers that are, like you can say a little bit well known, account wise, bigger accounts than anything I have. But a lot of my artwork, it gets me in the door to kind of chit chat, and I'm always going back and forth with uh contracts, terms, like payments, like that sort of thing. And one of the things I absolutely cannot stand anymore is writers thinking like they're doing all the work, and they want to get, number one, like more credit. They want to almost get, like they all want to be looked at as like a Steve Jobs type character. And I'm constantly kind of like fighting with these people now, explaining my position. And my position is like, we're all working in comics. Comics is a visual medium, and like you thinking that like an idea that's been regurgitated a million freaking times isn't going to be made through the artwork, and like you're crazy. Like the artist today, and kind of like always, is more valuable to the comic book process than any writer. And I know that pisses people off. And that's not saying I couldn't have used writing help with like Trial by Fire or even like Uzi Susie. Like 100%. Like having a writer to like overlook things is, like you kind of need that. There we go. Here, that's right. Yeah, but you know what too? Like look, people, like everything right here. We don't see it today. Like, is the hero's journey lost in modern storytelling? I kind of want to say yes. I don't think it's there, but who cares? Like the independents will correct the path, and this is also like people forget, because people really don't have a real sense of history. They really don't. Where did the rise of comic book independence come from in the first place? Like, like no one kind of discusses that. Like everyone will say Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it's like, okay, the Turtles were 84. Maybe they like really didn't catch on until like 85, like comic book wise, like a solid year. But the goofy part of all that is that there was a market for an independent market for the Turtles to enter into, and that independent market was a response to mainstream comics being lost. And that's where the American independent comic book came from And since then, it's taken different forms. Like Image Comics being one of those forms, like everything from, of course, like the 90s. But in one form or another, independent comics have always existed as a response to the bigger direct market. So you do have, I think there is a responsibility if you're making comic books today. Like it's a legit call to action. And that's why we're doing this right now. We're doing this to help and empower individuals that are right on the cusp of putting something incredible out. And people like out there, like the point I was kind of also making with the writer stuff, the people that are out there overvaluing their skill sets don't have many skills. How about that? They don't have skills. They think their skills are at a high level. And that doesn't mean that they're not. But the larger point that I'm chipping away at here is, you can organize and get. I talk about this a lot. You can organize your process to the point that you can be a high class, high level creator, like no matter what. Meaning you control the time. You know how much time some of this stuff takes. So, like, get off your high horse and produce, and then find ways to help others by producing also. So, and over here too, we're going to definitely emulate some of the boots here, like, so see, like that big toe. We will emulate that. Yeah, and I, like, it's just people that now it's a little bit different if you do have a like a proven online audience. You have a proven track. Like if there's a little bit more to you, sure, charge more. But if you're green, I mean, you can't charge people anything. But you have to be good. You have to be like productive, and you kind of have to be serious about it. So it's a little bit of a balance for sure. But you're not. If you're green, you're not hardly worth as much as you think you are. And doing more work will be better for you. The more work you do, the better you get. So what doesn't matter? What doesn't matter? Your objective should always be to do more work, be more productive, be faster, understand your pipeline on producing, and you kind of go from there. And if that's hard for you, then it's like, get a job in corporate America. Like, work within the company. Work within a company that is productive. And I'm not talking about like Target. Like, find the HVAC company. Find a company near where you live that's somewhat of a like community like staple. And you'll learn those that missing skill set. Dude, you know what would be cool too? If we did this, like one with the sword and one with like the hammer. So this is just like an abstract, like Kirby, like monolith back here. By the way, it's gonna have like pipes and nozzles, and it's gonna be like smoking the Kirby crackle. Like it's gonna look like it's straight out of Apocalypse Fourth World Kirby style. And here I'm just like kind of like just trying to map out the impressions of it. So we'll do the signature here, right? We'll do like a cool design for the sword too. So here we go. I mean, like, I think we're there, everyone. Whoa. Let's let's read this. As a matter of fact, I'm influenced heavy on manga and Kirby to the point that they merge naturally to me. Yeah, I mean, right? Like, and that's look, that's the stuff you like. Just as a creator, um, like it's good to kind of almost have like baselines like that. I think it enables you to do more. Like meaning that like everything this is one thing. It's art direction. Okay. And when you can sit down and you eliminate a chunk of art direction for like the visual of your work, you're doing a chunk of work that a lot of people cannot do, because a lot of people kind of they try and put too much into it. They use art direction. They don't know that they're doing it sometimes, but they'll use art direction as a excuse for not to do things. Partially meaning, they don't really want to do the work anyway. But yeah, so everyone, I think we're good. I really do. Uh like big shout out over here to Skull Diamond. Like really, everyone, like follow him. He's right here. He's doing some great stuff. He's doing the type of comic that I think if I picked up when I was a kid, I would be mind blown. And we're not getting enough of all of that today. So follow him. Go to akapad.com, get yourself some free Wolfpack trading cards. Indiegogo, Dark Hero. I mean, very soon I'm gonna be back up into like promoting 3 books, working on 2 issue 2s, 1 issue 1. Dark Heroes format's not figured out yet, but yeah. Dark Hero is absolutely epic regardless. I can't classify it as superhero deconstruction anymore. It is something different, which I love. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. Hey dude, let me know. Like Let's make that comic book happen. All right, let's do it. Everyone, I'm going to leave you with some Dark Hero synth. Okay, so enjoy that. We're going to take this out of here, and we're going to go right here. We're going to jump here.
you.